first here, El Salvador's Bitcoin wallet Chivo scores $52 million in remittances in 2022. According to the El Salvador Central Reserve Bank, Salvadorans living abroad have sent over $50 million in remittances from January to May this year. Douglas Rodriguez, president of the El Salvador Central Bank, appeared on the local television news program Frente a Frente on Wednesday to deliver an overview of the country's economic outlook. Based on the data from the first 5 months of the year, it is clear that digital wallet service Chivo processed $52 million in remittances, making a 3.9% increase from the previous year. This increase in value of over $118 million is significant and indicative of the continued growth of the digital wallet service. In September 2021, the Central American country of Chivo became the first in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. The launch of the app reportedly attracted more than 2 million users in less than a month, leading to major teething problems for the state-endorsed payment platform. The government-sanctioned payment service provider was relaunched in February of this year. This was necessitated by the onboarding of an estimated 4 million users who are looking to take advantage of the low fees for payments and transfers made in BTC. To address scaling and stability issues, American cryptocurrency exchange software firm Alpha Point came on board. Chivo provides commission-free transfers and payments in BTC and US dollars, which could potentially save El Salvador citizens $400 million in annual commissions that are typically spent using conventional remittance and payment service providers. This aligns with President Nayib Bukel's previous statements about the app's capabilities and its potential to benefit those in the country. El Salvador's adoption of Bitcoin and Chivo has had a significant effect on the volume of Lightning Network transactions, with a 400% increase in payment volume over the past year. This is due to the fact that the Lightning Network is a Layer 2 payment protocol that provides low-fee BTC transactions. Up next here, coming to Texas, Riot Blockchain announces plans to move New York miners to Lone Star State. Crypto mining firm Riot Blockchain has announced that it has begun... I'm on the camera! What are you doing? I kept pushing you that way. That means go and don't come here. What do you need? No, all the way down if I'm recording. Come on, Cameron. If I'm going this way, that means go. You have to wait until I'm finished. I don't feel well. I just want to get this over with. You have to be very quiet. Up next here, coming to Texas, Riot Blockchain announces plans to move New York miners to Lone Star State. Crypto mining firm Riot Blockchain has announced that it has begun relocating rigs from its New York data facility to Central Texas. The majority of rigs will be relocated to improve efficiency and reduce operating costs. Riot Games has announced that it has moved some of its mining rigs from a facility in Messina, New York, to its Windstone facility in Rockdale, Texas. The company said that the move will help to reduce its operating expenses through lower power costs and eliminate all third-party hosting fees. The company plans to move the rest of its S-19 miner fleet to the Texas facility in July. The move is being made as a response to the high temperatures being experienced in many parts of Texas, with the power demands for air conditioners rising as a result. Data from the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT, shows that prices for energy in the southern region of the state are expected to peak at $95.94 per milliwatt hour over the next 24 hours. However, it has been suggested that production from wind and solar energy sources has helped to reduce costs in spite of the increasing power demand. Riot seems to have been preparing for Texas's heat wave with its operational plans in the state. The company has reported the construction of 2 air-cooled buildings that are currently in progress, with one completed and another where initial miner deployments have begun. This follows the completion of some electrical work by Riot. As part of an ERCOT program aimed at addressing demand on Texas's power grid, CEO Jason Les said the firm would curtail its energy consumption this summer. Cointelegraph reported in February that in anticipation of a possible severe winter storm requiring high energy demands, Riot shut down 99% of its operations in the state. Low temperatures and heavy snowfall were behind many parts of the state being without power for days in February 2021. Riot Blockchain Inc. has announced that its crypto mining operations yielded 421 Bitcoin in June, Of these, the company sold 300 BTC for $6.2 million, leaving it with a balance of approximately 6,654 coins. It is worth noting that the company's hash rate currently stands at 4.4 exahashes per second, but it is expected to increase to 12.5 exahashes following the deployment of 115,450 Antminer rigs by January 2023. So we'll see if they hit that timeline. We'll continue to keep you guys updated. I know Bitcoin mining is a big topic right now. Up next here, Belgian regulator reviews crypto asset classifications while awaiting harmonization. The Financial Services and Markets Authority, or FSMA, is seeking comments on its communication on the classification of crypto assets. This communication is aimed at issuers, offerers, and service providers and will serve as guidance to the existing order until European regulatory harmonization is achieved. This communication is meant to address questions that are commonly asked and is not exhaustive. The accompanying stepwise chart is designed to help readers determine the classification of an asset. Crypto assets that are utilized as part of an instrument may be classified as securities under the European Union prospectus regulation or as investment instruments under the EU prospectus law. If that is the case, then the rules of conduct from MIFID or Markets in Financial Instruments Directive apply. If an asset does not have an issuer, such as in the case of Bitcoin or Ether, where the instruments are created by a computer code that does not give rise to a legal relationship, then in principle, the prospectus regulation, prospectus law, and MIFID rules do not apply. However, when the European Union regulation on markets and crypto assets, or MiCA, takes effect, trading platforms will be required to issue white papers for issuer list tokens. The classification of securities and investment instruments is based on whether or not the assets are transferable and whether or not they represent the right to delivery of a service or product. If the asset represents the right to delivery of a service or product, it is classified as an investment instrument if it has investment characteristics. The FSMA has warned that all assets, regardless of classification, will be subject to additional laws such as those governing virtual asset service providers. Comments on the communication and chart are welcome through July 31st. So if you're interested in that asset classification, that could be for you. Up next here, DeFi protocol Porter Finance shuts down bond issuance platform after just 1 month. Porter Finance has announced that it is shutting down its bond issuance platform, citing difficulties in maintaining the decentralized finance protocol. The Ethereum-based protocol has been struggling to keep up with the demand from users, and the team believes that shutting down the platform is the best course of action. When discussing the future of fixed income DeFi products, Porter Finance noted that they do not believe there will be high demand for such products. This is due to the competitive rates offered by traditional finance institutions and the lack of institutional adoption of fixed income DeFi products in the past year. In addition, they are no longer willing to take on the legal risk associated with offering bonds. Last month, Porter Finance unveiled a new service in partnership with Ribbon DAO. This service allows users to issue 3,103,224 convertible bonds redeemable for 1 USDC. The bonds have a maturity date of December 4th, 2022 and are issued at a discounted price of 0.9667 USDC per bond. After accounting for interest, the yield to maturity of these bonds is 7%. It appears that significantly more collateral was required than usual to issue this bond. Also, the borrowing cost for this instrument was significantly higher than for similar securities with the same maturity. In the wake of the recent collapse of notable DeFi lenders such as Celsius, investors have become more risk-averse when it comes to borrowing and lending on decentralized protocols. According to DeFi Llama, the total value locked in such project has plunged nearly 70% since the beginning of the year. The Portal Finance offering, which is based on a smart contract, will remain active until all Ribbon DAO lenders redeem or convert their bonds. So there you have that. If you're interested in any of that, getting a bond with that platform, now might be your chance. Up next here, exodus of pro-crypto financial regulators in UK amid allegations of misconduct in PM's government. Officials responsible for regulating the United Kingdom's financial system have resigned following allegations that Prime Minister Boris Johnson exercised poor judgment in appointing a member of the government. In a letter to Johnson posted to Twitter, Economic Secretary to the Treasury John Glenn said that he has decided to resign due to recent events concerning the handling of the appointment of the former Deputy Chief Whip as well as the Prime Minister's poor judgment in addressing the incident. Economic Secretary John Glenn added that vital reforms to the country's financial services were ready to be presented to Parliament. The resignation of Glenn follows that of Rishi Sunak, who announced his own resignation from Prime Minister Johnson's government on Tuesday. Sunak cited the serious challenges to the global economy, including the pandemic and war in Ukraine, as his reasons for stepping down. In his statement, Sunak said that the public rightly expects the government to be conducted properly, competently, and seriously, and recognized this may be the last ministerial job, but believe these standards are worth fighting for, and that is why he is resigning. Both Glenn and Sunak will continue to represent their respective regions of Salisbury and Richmond as members of Parliament. During Glenn's time in the UK government, he advocated for reforming the country's tax system to make it work more easily for crypto and called out policies making it difficult for crypto firms to register with the Financial Conduct Authority. The crypto industry is rapidly evolving, and the UK wants to be a pioneer in this field. This was evident when Glenn spoke at the Innovate Finance Global Summit in April. He emphasized the need for the UK to be part of this technology and be involved from the very beginning. In 2020, the UK government said it would prioritize financial technology, including central bank digital currencies and stablecoins, aiming for the country to keep pace with innovation. Sunak has also been behind many proposed reforms promoting the adoption of cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. Following reports that Prime Minister Boris Johnson knew of former Deputy Chief Whip Chris Pincher's alleged groping of two men, but chose to promote him to a senior government position, many have called for Johnson's resignation. Glenn was among the latest to resign on Tuesday, bringing the total number of resignations to 27. So that's unfortunate. I hope that they continue to, break ground in crypto innovation, because I think that's super important right now. We'll continue to update you guys as we have news on that. And last but not least here, NFT platform wars could be ahead, says new DApp Radar report. According to DApp Radar's DApp Industry Report for Q2 2022, an upcoming platform war could be on the horizon for non-fungible token platforms. According to the report, Uniswap has recently acquired Genie, and OpenSea has purchased Gem in order to expand their respective services to include NFT aggregation tools. These tools accumulate NFT offers from various trading platforms. Meanwhile, newer platforms such as Magic Eden and X2Y2 are beginning to take business away from OpenSea, which currently dominates the NFT marketplace with a 75% share. According to DApp Radar, the recent acquisitions by OpenSea and Uniswap will likely put the two entities in direct competition with each other in the near future. However, both OpenSea and Uniswap face competition not only from within the crypto industry, but from outside it as well. For example, eBay recently acquired the Ethereum-based digital art market known Origin in order to expand its digital product offering and capabilities in the NFT space. OpenSea has seen its market share diminish in recent months as new competitors have emerged across various blockchains. According to a recent report, the company has been losing ground to rivals such as Magic Eden, LooksRare, and X2Y2. OpenSea is lagging behind Magic Eden in terms of active users and transaction volume, according to data from DApp Radar. In the last 30 days, Magic Eden added 272.97 thousand users compared to OpenSea's 66.03 thousand. Magic Eden also had 14.1 million transactions in the same period, while OpenSea only had 955.69 thousand. The report also stated that Magic Eden accounted for 10% of all NFT transactions this quarter. In recent news, Meta has announced the closure of its Novi wallet after a 10-month pilot program. This follows average gas fees for Ethereum dropping to their lowest point since 2020. In the realm of NFTs, experts have explained how music NFTs will serve to enhance the connection between their creators and fans. So we'll continue to keep you guys posted on the NFT space and see how that affects you guys. What do you guys think on these acquisitions? That's all we have for you today, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment what you want to see in a future video, and we'll see you next time.